We are back. First episode did and done. So if you're coming back, welcome back. This is episode 2. First episode was a little bit of a long one. Kind of rambled on, lost track of time. Wanted to get a lot of information out to you guys. I'm new to this. You guys are new to me. It's fun for everyone. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we did our first episode. We came over here, found this bit of a landmass right here, kind of a circle of a piece of land. It's very, I say circle, it's a very ugly circle. Set up a waypoint, base question mark, I don't know. It looked good to me. The landscape is crazy through this fractured savanna, but it is nighttime, so showing you guys that won't be nearly as cool. But yeah, we went ahead and cleared out this little flat piece of land right here in hopes of putting together some sort of base of operations that's not in a cubby hole like I normally do. But yeah, and then we did, for a very short period of time, go on a hunt for iron. But we currently have 2 iron, so that didn't go all that well. But our goal today is I'm going to go ahead and put up a little bit of a hut, if you will. Something here, something that just does a little bit of a good job of keeping everything sorted and away from possible construction zones. So we're gonna go ahead and get doing with that. So yeah, let's carry on. Alright guys, so you know, when you're new to creating content, you gotta be thinking about what is being shown on camera at all times. That as well as like what you are actually saying throughout the duration of your videos. You look back and watch the clips that you make, and then I don't know about anybody else, but like me, I've been watching clips back while I'm editing and like just asking myself, why did I say it like that? Why did I pronounce that word like that? Why did I not elaborate on that specific part? Because I feel like it makes it confusing how I said it. So that's one thing. Another thing is that part of me is like, I should be putting the videos together in like one run, if you will. Like you start recording and then you go until you're done and then you stop recording. But then with episode 2, I'm like, what if I did it in sections? And I don't know. If you guys have any insight or opinions on the matter of what you would like to see, let me know, because I want to make it enjoyable for others. I try to think of like what I would want to see in a video, and I don't think I have a preference. And I really don't know what I'm doing right now. This is all moss. But yeah, so if you have any idea of even what I'm trying to talk about here, let me know. That would be appreciated. But we will get back to it. I don't know where this other moss came from. But yeah, so I was doing it in like little clips, and what am I doing? Is this a shiny? No, that's not even a Pidgey. I thought it was a shiny Pidgey. That's not a Pidgey. Again, guys, I am not knowledgeable of the new generation of folks, so apologize for that. See, I feel like there's like 10,000 things I need to be doing, and I'm struggling to start on just one of them. So I feel like I'm just sitting here rambling while I wander around aimlessly. What I am doing, short term, is collecting some resources to start on a little thing to set up as like a base of operations. Obviously, I am not in short supply of wood near me, but all of this stuff is like really tall, and I don't want to go through the effort of taking down tall trees just for building purposes. So I'm hunting down these little short ones, and you know, it's working so far. I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do as far as like the little hut that I'm gonna put together, and I keep saying hut because it's probably not going to be impressive in the slightest. And when I was editing the video, the first video, I kept saying like how I didn't want to bury into the ground, and that's a very weird way how to word that. I don't want to dig into the ground to set up a base. I don't know why I said bury. But yeah, it's like these like weird nuances that I keep thinking about where I'm like, why would I say that? That doesn't make any sense at all. That sound like a weirdo. Well, plot twist, guys. I am very much a weirdo, so you're gonna have to get used to it. Hopefully get used to it. Another thing that I have been having to consider as far as like how I'm going to put all this content together. When I'm going on like mining expeditions, see, I don't know if it would be better for me to just do it off camera. I don't know if it'd be better for me to do it on camera and just like gap the entire duration that I'm mining. I don't know if it'd be better to do a time lapse. If any of you guys do have preference, let me know, because that would be beneficial to everybody involved. I'm really liking the acacia wood. That's why I'm planting these saplings for more nearby wood. They are just very odd growing trees. They're not easy to deal with, that is for sure. But we will figure it out. So basically, the reason why I kind of started this tunnel here kind of leads up to the waypoint. The waypoint is pretty center around this landmass, so it kind of works for me. But the goal is that it's going to be a large scale base. So obviously this size that's ridiculous when you think about it. With the idea that this will be the center of the base and the radius of it will be as far out to here. I took geometry in school. The radius, the center to the outside edge. Yeah, that's a thing, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the goal, and if you see here, the landscape gets pretty crazy up here in the fractured savanna. It gets even crazier than this, but it kind of goes up. And the goal is that the base is going to be, a lot of it's going to be underground, which is why I'm like, I was watching back the first video while I was editing. I was like, why would I say I'm not trying to be underground when in reality my end goal is my giant base will be mostly underground. I'm kind of contradicting myself. But the goal here is that not everything is going to be like that. When it comes to Cobblemon, pokes will spawn in different biomes depending on what they are. So it kind of it mimics the diversity of like the regions in the actual game. So it makes, you know, each region feel different, or each biome feel different, and then obviously it entices exploration so that you have to explore for different biomes to get different pokes and all that fun stuff. But we are doing like this like Aether Foundation research facility type thing. So my goal, obviously, very ambitious, is to have like this crazy like research facility as like the main base with like our main storage and all that fun stuff. And then it will take you into like a nether hub, which would be used for traveling purposes, question mark. And then that nether hub would branch off to different portals that would take you to different biomes, and you'd have like a bunker of some sort for that biome. And those bunkers, I use bunker very loosely, but basically it's going to be a mob farm for those specific pokes. And building a mob farm for Cobblemon versus building a mob farm for vanilla mobs, there's similarities, but it is also very different because Minecraft mobs do not behave exactly the same as Cobblemon do, which can make it very difficult to set something up that's efficient. So like you could do things with like water streams, you could do things, I've tried things with tripwire hooks and sticky pistons that basically open up trapdoors that take them down to some sort of killing chamber. There's options, but I've been rambling, and I think we've been going for like 10 minutes or so, and I don't even have anything set up out here. So let's get started. So again, like I said before, I don't know if stuff like this should be what's the word? Like a time lapse, or if you guys actually want to see me build. This stuff is not great content, because it's not gonna be, I'm not some crazy builder, and you know, you see the YouTubers who do some crazy amazing builds, but they also take that time and prepare, and I am not preparing at all. I'm going with what I got currently, with absolutely no plan at all, which is not very professional. But you know what? This is what we're doing. And I say this is what we're doing. Like, I have a plan. I do not have a plan at all. we're gonna make it work. And this is not our main base, so we are allowed to get away with some weird stuff and some lazy stuff and stuff that doesn't really matter in the long run. What I want to do is spend more time on the Cobblemon side of stuff, because I haven't done anything Cobblemon related yet. And I'm just making a square. I don't want just a square. We're gonna go further. I don't know how much further we're gonna go. And I don't even know what we're building right now. But I'm liking... That's not what I wanted. This has to go. I'm liking what's going on so far. With the wood combination, the acacia and the oak. Yeah, you know what? This is it. This is it, guys. It's nothing crazy. Now, we got this big hole here. We've got... I'm trying to think. Okay. How many more times am I going to move this crafting table back? I don't know. But you know what? We're going to make it work. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know if this is gonna turn out good. But you know what? It's something. It's some level of progress. And that's not what I wanted. And I feel like some progress is better than no progress. So like this is gonna be like some sort of like deck in the front here. That's really all I got going on with ideas. It's nothing crazy, but we're making it work. And I turned all of that into planks, and I did not want to do that. But you know what? We're gonna live our lives. And I know that these down here being stairs right now is gonna drive some people crazy, and I apologize for that. And you know what? Just for the people who would be offended by that, I am going to fix that right now. Because I am right there. Not entirely right there with you guys, but I'm understanding. I get it. I can see why it would bug you. And I really don't want to upset anybody with what we're doing here. That's not what I wanted. I don't even know what I want with all this. We're just going with it. We're going with it. If it turns out terrible, it turns out terrible. See, I don't like the idea of the planks and the wood being on the same. See, I think I like that more. Let's see, then that changes all of this. And then the dimensions of the interior is going to be weird. It's just getting weirder and weirder the more that I build. This is how you know that I'm not a builder. That's not what I wanted. Cool. And now I'm stuck down here again. This is how you know that I'm not a builder. Because people that build, especially houses, with like the rule of 3 and all that fun stuff, they know. Like, they know exactly what their spacing is going to be. They don't think about it. It just happens naturally for them. That is not the case for me, and I need more. No, I don't. I'm good. I was gonna say I needed more slabs, but I'm good. So like this, it's bringing all of that in, and now that is weird. I don't know if I like that at all. You know what? I don't have to like it. I can just do this. And then I can put that anywhere. And then it looks significantly better than what it was going to if I would have kept that post there. Yeah, I'm liking this more. It's marginally better. It could be significantly better. But you know what? We're not here to build wooden huts. We're here to build crazy research facilities, primarily made out of quartz, which is crazy ambitious. And it's really not that ambitious. It's just I'm gonna be farming a lot of quartz. I don't think that's gonna be fun for you guys to watch at all. Maybe like once or twice, so that you guys actually see like the nether in Cobblemon. But again, majority of you guys will either already be familiar with the nether and the nether in Cobblemon, or you're just a friend of mine and you really don't care what the inside of the nether looks like. Which, if you are a friend of mine, thank you for watching this nonsense unfold. See, like, this is, I don't know if I'm liking it, but it's looking, it's a vibe, and I don't know if I'm liking the vibe, but it's working. I don't know if it's working. So this is gonna be like a porch. I don't know if you would call it a porch or a deck. I'm not savvy when it comes to what is the proper terminology for that type of stuff. But I will tell you this, I'm thinking I'm gonna make it like a wraparound porch. I know that term. It's gonna be a wraparound porch. Like that kind of sort of benefits this area right here, but not so much over here because then that's more ground. But guys, we're gonna be doing some stuff with some things and fishing. I'm gonna be fishing a lot. And with our starter being Rowlet, Rowlet's a grass type, and grass is strong against water. And generally speaking, when you're fishing, you're getting water types, so it's kind of a win-win. But look, we are focusing on this house, okay? And I say house very loosely. But I also kind of want to do a little bit of Cobblemon stuff. And I say I want to do Cobblemon stuff very loosely as well. So I'm thinking we focus on this house, but anytime we see a Magikarp, I want to take out that Magikarp. And you know what? I was kind of trying to like hold off on smelting anything because I wanted to get, you know, more bang for my buck with the coal. But we're gonna have to go on a full mining expedition for that, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So what we are going to do, we are going to waste a coal. We are going to get iron. We are going to make a pair of shears. And we are going to keep our eyes out for Magikarp, which very clearly is not on my map anymore, even though I most definitely saw what we were staring at when I zoomed in on it. We're going to keep our eyes out for Magikarp because they are easy wins for our Rowlet here, easy experience. And then we are also going to look out for Wooloos to shear. I'm going to shear a couple Wooloos. And we're going to go from there. This Azurill's liking my house so far. Up there in the map, at the northeast, you can see a Pachirisu. It's kind of another electric rodent type poke. I don't remember which game it was, but I definitely brought a team of nothing but Pachirisus because they have a special ability called Pickup. And Pickup allows you to get a random item based on a loot table after every Pokemon battle. And it was pretty cool. Because if you had a team of them, that gave you 6 chances to get a random item. And how am I gonna do this? Okay. I need a boat. We're making it work. It's awkward, but we're making it work. Oh, look at that. Look at that, we got a fish. And our Rowlet leveled up to 11. Good job. I don't want to juggle getting out of combat and then swimming up over and over again. That would be painful to continue doing that. Where am I going? I am not going towards my camp. I need to think like long term what I want to do, what I want to build, how I want to build stuff. Obviously I keep talking about this research facility type idea. That is a Wooloo. Let's see if we can share it. Oh, we can. Home on the range. Use one of your many tools to procure resources from your... Okay. Look at that. So Nidoking, it's this big boy right here, level 51. This is one of my favorite pokes from Gen 1. But there's ain't no way we are catching a level 51. Obviously there are other content creators out in the world who are, they do stuff like that, and, they're successful at doing stuff like that. I am not one of those people. I think the term that people are looking for with me is a filthy casual. I think that's the term that describes me, which I am comfortable with. Like early on in my life when I heard that phrase, I was offended by it. It's like, how dare you call me a filthy casual? No, guys, I am most definitely a filthy casual. That is my life, and I am okay with that. I have accepted these terms. I know that in episode 1, I most definitely did not have fast leaf decay. And now suddenly on episode 2, I magically have fast leaf decay. And it's because not having fast leaf decay, it drives me crazy. And I just want this Let's Play to be as enjoyable for me as it is for you guys, so if that involves my leaves decaying quickly, that's what we're doing with our lives. Yeah, I really didn't get very far on building, but there is another, I don't know what that is, but it's a goat. I don't know if I can share it. But there's also a Wooloo over there. But for science purposes, let's look and see what this is and see if we can share it. It's a double, and we can share it. Okay. That's a Wooloo. That's my torch. So we've got wool, which is great. And what that means is that we can now construct a bed, which normally, if you're playing just a standard Minecraft, this is kind of an important thing to do. Not only setting your spawn point, but also for survival purposes, because you have like the issue with the phantoms, you got resetting the sun so that it's not nighttime, so stuff isn't spawning everywhere. Playing in a peaceful world without mobs, it's a little nice, because then I am not stressing out anytime that the sun goes down. Which, being a person who is not regularly on a vanilla playthrough, I'll be honest with you guys, I kind of struggle playing vanilla. And it's not even the creepers that do it for me, it's the skeletons. Skeletons drive me up a wall. What moves do I got? Okay, we got Peck. So Peck is a flying move, which I do believe is a good move against bugs. And there has been a Caterpie up in these hills that I've been eyeballing. The annoying part about Caterpies and Weedles is that I think they spawn up in inside the trees. But this one did not. That's a beach. Oh, okay. Taruntula? I'm not saying that correctly, I know I'm not. That's another thing. I definitely grew up with the first generation of this universe. However, majority of my knowledge comes from like the Game Boy game, and some of it comes from the anime. But a lot of it nowadays, it's all stuff like this. And so like you're just reading the names of the pokes, and you know, if you're mispronouncing it, who knows? I don't. I don't know what we're looking for. I think subconsciously I was looking for another Caterpie or a Weedle because I was like, yeah, that was an easy win. Let's do another one. But there was clearly not another one that was spawned nearby this time. Normally, the waters are infested with Magikarp, and normally Magikarp will only have Splash, which makes them easy wins. Every now and then they will have Tackle, I believe, which isn't a strong move, but then like if you don't have any way of healing your poke, it makes it difficult. But that's why we now have the bed. And I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing for the walls here. That's why I've been kind of just pushing it back and just staring at it and kind of ignoring it and walking around it and focusing on fighting Caterpie and Magikarp, because then I don't have to finish it if I focus on them. But I definitely need to do something. But see, at the same time, there's no... See, now there's a Weedle over there, and I want to fight that Weedle. I'm not going to, though. We're gonna do stuff that we need to be doing. I'm running low on oak. Do I have... Okay. Let's focus, guys. Let's focus. Okay. We've got some oak saplings. Need blue and yellow apricorns. Preferably the sprouts, so that I can start my own trees. Because blue and yellow apricorns together, you can make quick balls. Quick balls are one of my favorite balls to use, because you just run up and you throw it when you cross your fingers. And sometimes you don't even have to cross your fingers, there's just a really good chance that you're going to catch it just from one throw of a quick ball. But a quick ball, basically, if you're not knowledgeable, it has the highest chance to catch a poke the earlier the round of the battle. That is a weird way of wording it. But basically, you wanna throw it sooner rather than later. And obviously, the soonest you can throw would be the very first round. That first round has the highest chance of the catch being successful. So for individuals who don't want to waste time battling, that's what you that's the move. That's the meta, as they say. But with that said, that's not going to be enough for everything that you want to catch. What is this? A petalo. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly either. But the goal, ultimate goal, because you're not going to be able to catch everything with quick balls, is that you would want to set up some sort of I really don't like how I numbered all this out. You would want to set up some sort of move set that would simplify the entire process. So it would be pokes with moves like false swipe. False swipe lets you. That's okay. No, good. False swipe lets you attack without the chance of taking a poke down below 1 health. So it completely removes the ability of you killing or feinting the poke from your round of attack. Obviously, there's other things where, like the wild folk that you're fighting, it can do a move where it hurts itself in recoil, and then you're out because it only had 1 health. I am rambling. My apologies. People that do this all the time, like, you guys are amazing. I just want to say that, because this is not an easy thing that I am doing right now. And why am I about to make sticks? I have more than enough sticks right here. Let's go with that. That seems a-okay. Let's see, I don't even know. Does that look good? Or is that too tall? Is a too tall window too tall of a window? That's a fun sentence to say. It's a too tall window, too tall of a window. I feel like it is, because that would be like ideal. Like, what do you... That's not fun. Now, some people do this number. And that kind of opens it up a little bit. I don't know if I want to do that though. I wouldn't have to worry about like baby zombies coming for me because we're on peaceful and we don't have mobs. So maybe that is an achievable thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. But then my issue is okay. I'm just falling everywhere. Is this right here? That kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Or am I overthinking? Well, I am overthinking because this is like a temporary little camp thing. But that kind of looks weird, right? Having the stairs from like the outside of the platform and then the stairs of the underside of the window. That is weird, right? Like I'm not... I don't know. I don't know. Let's bring Okay, I guess it doesn't look too bad. You know what we could do? We could replace the outside stairs with acacia, but we're not currently rocking any acacia planks, just acacia logs. But again, we are most definitely overthinking, because this is just a temporary little starter hut, just to have a little place to call home. I don't know why I'm sleeping. I don't need to sleep, but I just feel like it's easier to see things during the daytime for you guys. So I think we're gonna go with this window setup for now, because really we're only gonna see it in two spots with the weird stair on stair action going on here. But we can figure that out later. I do need to figure out this front wraparound porch system going on here. What's that? That's a gold duck. See, like, I don't even have like a purpose right now for all this wool. But every time I see a woolly now, I'm like, I need to get that wool. So please, excuse me while I go get this wool. And then I see a couple Magikarp, but you know what? I do remember how much fun we had in the water without a boat. So I'm gonna make a boat real quick. And I'm gonna make an acacia boat. That's not how you do it. Wouldn't it be nice if I had a wraparound porch right now? It would. Okay. Let's see. Can I do this while I am? Nope. Oh. Oh, there we go. I was like, that didn't start the battle at all, but it did. And that was a one hit. And done. And we got a fishy for it. And here's another Magikarp down over here. And we reached that. We used leafage, it was super effective. It's down. I dropped another fish. We're gonna get that fish, because we currently don't have anything. Okay. Valid. You are not the captain of that ship. Now we got a lot of that's a whole lot of Poliwag over there, look at that. A lot of Poliwag, a lot of Psyduck. I don't know how I would fare against a Poliwag. And that sounds like a very sad sentence, because Poliwags are not that strong, but I'm only level 11. So, you know what? We're gonna do this on camera, but I'm not... Okay. There we go. So it's a level 10 Poliwag. We're gonna use our super effective move, obviously. It went first and it used Pound. Pound is a very basic physical move, much like Tackle, so I believe it's stronger than Tackle. So it did a smidge of health for me, 5 damage, and I did just under 70% in one move against it. So maybe fighting a oh well, now I'm asleep. It used hypnosis on me. See, this is why I don't fight Poliwags. So now it's just gonna beat my Rowlet up. Down 11 health. There we go. I woke up. Got it. got a level. I don't know what that was. There's a little icon next to my Rowlet, but I think it was just saying like, oh, okay, we crashed. That's cool. Alright guys, so back from the crash. Apparently I had a mod that affected the UI for Cobblemon, so when I went to the stats page, I wasn't very happy. But we got that fixed. We're rocking and rolling. I did just notice that my Rowlet is of the jolly nature, which means I have increased speed and lower special attack, so you know, my Rowlet's amazing, basically. And then of course I've got a 30 in special attack for IVs. Yeah, I'm rambling. We just got back from a crash, so I don't even remember what I was doing, I'll be completely honest with you, because when I crashed, I looked at the time and I was like, oh yeah, I've got an appointment that I gotta get to. And then I did that, and then I ate food, and then I won't even lie, I took a nap, and this is post-nap. So my brain has completely reset. But you know what? I know that we were working on our little hut. We were shearing some wooloos. We were fighting some Magikarp whenever we saw them. Ironically, not that many Magikarp. I do remember that we tried a Poliwag, and that Poliwag bullied us. So let's get back over to the house. Yeah, apparently this is my dock now. Okay, it works. Okay. So what are we gonna do? We are going to set up shop in our hut. Make things a little bit more, where's Colin here? Make things a little bit more official, I guess you would say. Because we're not doing a very good job of wow, I am blinking. That nap took everything out of me. We're not doing a very good job at making progress. So what I want to do is make some progress. And right now I feel like I'm kind of like in this, kind of in a rut of just bumbling around with my base. And we need to be doing more than that, guys. And I know it's going to drive some people crazy because there's absolutely no roof on this place, but it's gonna come. And it's probably going to be the laziest roof you've ever seen. And I am okay with that because it's temporary. What I want to do I want to start setting up a decent team, and I say team very loosely because I'm not expecting to min-max a team and go all out and have like some crazy team combination. I don't need that in my life. I have received very strong opinions before in regards to my choices in a team, because I pick based on what pokes I like, not the pokes that are the best. We're getting low on food. I'm really not wanting to struggle with food for the entire playthrough. We do got that fishing rod, and we do got some fish, and I know how to cook some food, so that's an option. I don't know how fun it would be to watch said option. Okay, so there are a couple definitely not vanilla mods that I have. One of them is Explorer's Compass. You need Cobweb, and I definitely don't have Cobweb. Getting a compass, that would take a little bit of time just because we don't have an iron pick. Really, what we need to be doing is we need to be going caving. And like a lot of my big base plan thing that we got going on here, whole idea of that is that it's gonna be huge. There's gonna be like layers to it. It's gonna be like this massive undertaking of a base, basically. With that said, I think we're just gonna dig. We're gonna do the other 50% of the Minecraft, and we're gonna mine, guys. I don't know. I don't know how entertaining it's gonna be to literally just watch me mine a hole out. And part of me is like, I need to be doing a time lapse of this, which is why we were talking about time lapses before, and how I didn't know how to do a time lapse. But now I've got a very vague, rudimentary idea of how to put together a time lapse. So like I could do a mining time lapse, which I know that a lot of people do that. It's time saving for you guys. And like I personally don't have a preference as far as like the viewer goes. I like, because like when I'm watching YouTube, there's like a 50% chance that I'm actively watching it versus just having it play on in the background. So like even if the person is like doing something interesting, or they're literally just mining a giant hole, so long as they are actively vocal and talking and doing, you know, something, then I'm good. I don't think that's how everybody is though. So like this is the cave that I'm working with here, and like I say cave, but really it's just a tunnel. And that was literally all stone. There wasn't even anything interesting. So like what we need to be doing, that's more interesting than that. We need to go caving. I think that's what we need to do. We need to go caving. Like that bad boy over there. We need to check that out. This base, though, this base location, this shattered savanna, fractured savanna, not shattered, it's fractured savanna. The terrain generation has a lot going on, and I know that I've talked about it before, and just talking about how crazy it looked and like how awesome it would be for you guys to see it during the daylights. In case you did not get to see it or you missed it the first time around. And okay, we're like high noon right now. I was thinking it was the sun was setting. So basically what we're going to do, we're not gonna strip mine, because strip mining is probably the most boring thing that we could do. But you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try something real quick. Okay. How's this looking? Okay. So went ahead, turned on shaders. Because it gives our torch in our offhand like I don't even know the proper term for it. I'm calling it ambient lighting. I don't know if that's the correct term for it though. But if we're going caving, I only have 18 torches on me. I don't want to be lighting up everywhere as we explore and trek through all these caves. If I wasn't on... Where am I going? If I wasn't on peaceful, loading up a bunch of torches throughout all these caves would have a purpose. But I'm not really defending myself against any critters, so I don't really see a value in wasting all that time setting up all these torches and then having all these caves full of just torch spam. So we are going to rely on the ambient lighting of the torch in my offhand. See what I'm talking? I'm pretty sure this is literally where I stood the first time I saw this area, because I remember the dripstone moonstone ore. So like this terrain generation is crazy. It's a lot of copper. A little bit of coal. A little thing of emerald. Well, you know what I should have done? I should have brought... my water bucket with me. But clearly, I'm not the greatest at planning ahead. I'm really, really not. Where was I? Was I here? No? No? I saw something. Was I right here? Yeah. Okay, guys, I don't do like water bucket clutches or anything like that. That's not my life at all. I'm not savvy when it comes to Minecraft parkour. So we're just gonna do it. You see that little strip of water there? That's gonna save us, right? You ready? You ready? Ooh, okay, cool. We did it. We're awesome. And look at that. Look at all this iron. That's a win for us, if I may say so myself. Oh man, it's like as much copper as there was closer to the surface, there's just as much iron further down. Who would have thought ore generation would actually work like this? That was sarcasm. I'm pretty sure it's working exactly how it's intended. I don't think that this is crazy at all. I think we're just noticing it because how open this biome is. Like we're practically like caving, but it feels very like surfacey, so you know something I just thought of? It's a real shame that there's like such a big deal when it comes to that's lapis. I can't. Oh, I can get that with stone. I did not know that. I knew that. There's a shame that there's such a big thing with like copyright laws and all that fun stuff with music, because I would love to be sharing my music in these videos that I listen to on the regular. What you guys are going to be hearing is like some sort of copyright-free lo-fi music in the background, post-edit. That is not the music I am currently listening to. I think I'm listening to Electric Callboy? Is that what it is? Hold on. Just doing, yeah, Electric Callboy. It's a very fun listen. If you don't know who that is, you should definitely look into them. But the vibe of that music and the vibe of playing this game is so hilarious to me of how different everything is. Because I'm just talking like completely calm and having a relaxing time, and I literally just came up here. While the music that I'm listening to is definitely not relaxing or calm. The music you guys are listening to is relaxing and calm, so you know, I was worried. I was like, you know, I don't have enough iron, and now I have more, well, not more than enough. That's a ridiculous statement. I have a lot of iron. And by a lot, I mean really, I don't. I have significantly more iron than I did earlier when I commented about how I didn't have any iron. There you go. Because before I literally had 2 iron, and I spent that on a pair of shears. But those shears have, they've done a lot for us so far. And by a lot, I mean, we've sheared a lot of woo-woo with those shears. I just realized that we came down here and I never grabbed food. I did talk about it too. I was like, I need a better source of food. And then we carried on. So I think a byproduct of the shaders that I'm using, it includes like these glowing ore. I'm digging it. Makes it a lot, obviously easier to find the ore that are in the cave. Some people might think of it as pretty cheaty. So if you think it's cheaty, let me know. And I don't know, if everyone and their mom is like, Red, you're cheating. Stop cheating. That's we're shunning you. We're ashamed of how you are playing this game. Do better. Normally I have a crafting table with me, and I did not bring a crafting table, so I can't even make an iron pick to get the cool stuff. Okay, so we need to go back up. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but that is not water. I thought that was water. It was a single pillar of stone. Well, this is gonna be fun. I like how we just jumped into this cave and had no exit strategy planned out. And everything's super dark. I don't know how dark it's gonna be for you guys, but it's pretty dark for me. And I don't think I'm gonna find a water stream that goes up now. I think we've descended too far and walked too much. Like, that's the center. Right there. Oh, hey, look. Look at how tall that is. Like, it's like feels like we're like downtown, and these are like skyscrapers. They're so... Are those diamonds? Those are diamonds, aren't they? Yeah, those are diamonds. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm glad that we have an iron pick with us. Oh, and we're running out of food. So, this is one of those things where like you're definitely, like, you guys are watching me. And I say you guys, like, I know how many people are watching me. I could post this video, not a single person watches. Cross my fingers that that's not the case, but you know. You guys are watching me, so like, things are different. Like, I would have absolutely no problem just being down here, continuing getting the iron, and going from there. You know what? So we are going to go towards my waypoint, and then we're gonna mine upwards is the goal, and then that way we'll have like a way back down on foot. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how well that works. But yeah, so like, you know, you do all of this stuff while you're recording, so like you do things that are different, and even if I was doing the... Okay, there's water. That's... I don't know how far up this is gonna go though. But yeah, believe it or not, even if I was doing this by myself without you guys watching, I have the ability to just teleport back to my base. I could do that. But like, even if I was playing solo right now and you guys weren't watching me right now, that just feels a little too cheaty for me. And I'm not gonna say that I've never done that. I've definitely done that, but it's been more in a sense of like, I just want to get back to my base and I need to finish up so that I can log out and go do something in the real world, etc. And so, like, as a time saver, I've done that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find water that takes us all the way up. Like, I can see skylight now, but I really don't want to mine back all the way up. But these caves, like with the andesite and what else was I looking at earlier? Well, andesite's the big one right now, because I'm pretty sure we're in an andesite cave. Everything looks the same, and That, I suppose... Oh, that's water. That, I would suppose, is the negative to not torch spamming everywhere, because if I had been torch spamming, I would see where I've been. And backtracking from the torches would be easier. I don't know where this is going. Oh, okay, okay. We're making progress. Okay, this is... We're doing things. Going this way, maybe? Uh-huh, uh-huh. I'm just like, I keep looking down at my food. Now we're done like halfway, and I see more sky. Whew, okay. We are officially out. That was the shortest, least successful caving experience ever. But the plus side is there is some crazy caves below this, which I suppose is a win, because now we know there's tons of ore just sitting right below where our base is going to be. So right now, what are we coming out with? 49 iron, 26 lapis, 37 copper. So we got a good chunk of iron. We can make 1 or 2 iron picks. Then we can go back in there and we can be getting all the cool stuff like that redstone and the diamonds. You know what I need to do? See, I said that, and then I immediately was thinking to myself, you need to stop doing that. You're getting way off task. You need to focus on one thing, and I can't even focus on the one thing that I'm trying to do, which is cave. What I need to do, I need to set up an apricorn farm for primarily blue and yellow apricorns, so we can make those quick balls. And then if I had the quick balls on me when we're out and about, I can be catching some pokes. We're back home, yay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so we've got the urn. We've been going for a long time on this one. And I'm going to blame a lot of it on the technical difficulties we had early in the episode, where we were dealing with some frame drops and that crash. But I got rid of the culprit's mod that was causing that. I don't think it's anything bad against the mod. I don't think that mod's been updated since Cobblemon's been updated. So no blame on the mod itself, just more of a blame on me because I haven't updated as I should. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. So if you watched this far, thank you. I appreciate it. This is episode 2 for the books, so if you keep watching, we are going to jump straight into episode 3, and let's get some serious caving in. All right, thank you very much. Bye.